Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Shadow Hearts. And we have the mask.
Smokin'!
No, not that mask, different mask. This guy is a little more intimidating than that. Tight Shock. Now, the way the mask fights work is which one you encounter will be somewhat, well, pretty much completely random. Having Judgment Ring abnormality. Cannot restore with items, cannot prevent with equipment. This is the way these fights go. Now, they are beatable in this form, and I have specifically missed out on a specific item. Those of you who've played this game will know which one I'm talking about. And I have specifically neglected to pick that item up until now just to see how much more powerful they are. Because picking up the item, well, it modifies the fights. And I wanted to see what I could do against them at their most difficult. I just got it to work. I'm happy with that. You cannot restore it with items. However, I believe what you would be able to do if you really wanted to. First thing they do is they go for the SP lowering. Love it. And they hit everybody. Now, as far as protection, I haven't changed my setup at all. I'm going in just as I was normally. Because I think the first time you would fight these guys, it's pretty much how you would do it. So yeah, the staff mask, there we go. I don't think they do anything other than that and some basic attacks. Actually, the masks each have a different, yeah, see, this one in particular is immune to special, or no. What? Oh, yeah. Immune to special. I can't read. So any of your spells will be completely and totally useless in this fight. And go away. I don't need to back up while I'm recording. Reminders. Okay, so basically, Zhuzhen and Alice are going to be completely useless in this fight. As I was saying before, though, one possible way around it would be to do something like this to increase the size, barely hit that, of the Judgment Ring, because this isn't technically curing it, but it is doubling it, so it's a different effect. Doesn't matter if I miss the Judgment Ring. But yeah, he's kind of fire-based and kind of not fire-based. He uses fire elemental attacks, but he's not actually fire-based. He's actually special-based. He's non-elemental. I think we fought 2 fights like that so far. Maybe it was just 1. Oh, that hurt. Alice, heal yourself. Okay. Now, I did not pull this up ahead of time, and I probably should have. So yeah, he can do Hellfire and SP lowering, and that's pretty much it. Okay, that's fine. The amount of HP he has is 3,000. Some sources claim that he's fire elemental. Others claim that he's non-elemental. I'm not sure who to trust at this point, since I seem to get different amounts from either of them. That's ridiculous. That's funny. The wiki shows that he has 8,000 special defense, when the average enemy that we've been fighting has maybe... Did you do that again? Ouch. That's gonna hurt. That he has 8, when normal enemies have like 50. But yeah, the fight is actually winnable at this point. However, I'm going to have to use you to throw a whole whack ton of pure items around, because that's the only way that I'm going to survive. And it's going to get even more difficult once my buff wears off, which it's probably about to do. But yeah, that's how these fights go in the most difficult form. And as far as I can tell, as long as I bought enough bronze arrowheads, the fight's doable. I just wanted to kind of go through the process to kind of show how this was going to work. You don't have to do it this way. This is the hard way. This might act, well, I'm sure it's doable if I set things up and if Alice gained one more level. If she gained one more level, this is not a problem. I am going to use you to heal. No. Well, that'll work. Actually, you know what? Where's that extract? I have a Thera extract. Put that on Yuri. I barely hit that. Yuri's the only one who really matters for this fight anyway, but now he's in trouble. He missed. And he's gone. And I also need to do, let's see, a pure extract. And I hit it. Good. And Yuri should be able to, yeah, 999. I don't think anyone can get over 100. Yuri might be able to by, like, his final level or something like that, but, yeah. Oh, I got a perfect. Wow, I thought I was too late on that one. Alright, we'll see if we can actually beat him, since I'm already halfway through the fight as is. SP lowering. The thing with SP lowering is it's always cuts in half, so no matter how much you have, you're still kind of in trouble. And I'm never going to hit that, am I? But yeah, within 10 rounds, even if I'm just hitting him like this, I should be able to beat him. So I don't see Yuri having a problem soloing this fight. Without Alice learning her next healing ability, she's not going to be able to help us all that much. But, oh well. With her around, everyone would survive, basically. But I'm not going to try and keep everybody alive, because that's all they would do. There we go, I hit it. Are you dead yet? Are you ever gonna die? This guy takes forever to kill. Now, the masks are unique because not only are they random which one you'll encounter, you still won't encounter them every time you do a battle once your malice turns red. It won't be like that. It'll be just like it was before. Sometimes you'll run into a battle with an enemy, sometimes it'll be a battle against them, and I died. Really? I thought I had more HP than that. Oh, well, that's fine. No worries. I don't know why they have an option there. It's either that and it goes to the load menu, or you do this and you go right back to the load menu. It's kind of weird. I don't really know why it does that. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I am going to run away from those guys on my way up, because there, as I said, is an item that you can get that will help. And the other thing I'm going to do is, if I happen to run into a normal battle, I will show you the end of it, where we learn Alice's new ability, which is very important. And after the next battle, since of course I only needed one more, she had like 60 experience to level up, we learned Arc. Arc is basically the best healing spell in the game, and it is broken levels of useful, but it's also pretty much required for a number of late game bosses. Restores all allies' HP fully, and it's easy as all hell to do. It costs a butt ton of MP, but she can do it 5 times without having to restore her MP right now. And you could equip something on her to make that go even further. With priest earrings or oracle earrings would both benefit you quite a bit. So there's that. Anyway, now I'm going to make my way back to, well, the item that I was talking about before. Okay, we're back. Now, the way this works is, I believe it's anytime after you get back from the orphanage, you have access to talking to Joshua. Now, with Haley in your party, you'll get the improved slingshot. However, even before you're able to get that, you can get this. You might even be able to get this item before going to the orphanage. I'm not 100% sure. Goblet of a king who sold his soul to death. I don't need it, so you can have it. Received a strange goblet. The Oath Grail. Now, the wait, did I? Yay, we scored. Distractions, hockey game's on. The Oath Grail. It works in two ways. It affects our boss fights with the masks. The masks can be in basically 3 forms when you fight the strong variants of them, and I will get into this in a moment. You fight the strong variants of them. Stage 1 is you've done nothing to reduce their amount of HP or, make them any weaker. That's the version I just showed. However, obtaining the Oath Grail drops them down to another point. At that point, they will have different abilities, like different tight shock was what we saw with the staff mask. Well, if we have this item and we run into them, we will get fast shock instead. So this just speeds up the ring. Again, we can fix this with items. We can't cure it, but we can use additional items to slow it, to slow it back down, to cut our ring speed in half. Well, if we go into our menu, open valuables, and take a look at the Oath Grail, wherever it happens to be, there it is, and we look at it, it weakens them another stage. Now, the mask fights all become ridiculously easy, and this is the way you're supposed to do it. You don't have to do it this way, but this is how you're supposed to do it. I'm not sure whether I want to show off the easy versions of these fights or the hard versions. In my test run, I did the middle level, and I got the item, but I didn't take a look at it because this is the one that completely nukes all of these fights. No longer do they use fast shock. The first one that you're supposed to encounter, by the way, you're also supposed to encounter these guys in a specific order, which doesn't work very well because it's random. But if you encounter them in order, the first one, which is the Grail Mask, will actually give you hit area ×2 instead, because it sees the Oath Grail and it gets scared or something like that. All of the subsequent ones will basically just do nothing. They do nothing. They're just silent instead. I'm not even sure if they attack or not, but anyway. Makes them really easy, and we can go and finish them off pretty much at our leisure. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show one of the fights off here with them in easy mode. I don't know which mask I'm going to happen to get, but we'll find out, and then we'll show the fight. Let's go back to the hospital. It's faster to get into combat this way. And basically what I'm going to be doing after this is I'm going to be unloading loading my previous save before this episode began, going back, relearning Arc, because that's very important. And then you guys tell me, which one do you want me to do? I only need Arc in order to move on with the game, so that's what I'll do. I'll move on in the next episode, and we'll actually go and see if we can save Koudelka. That's not what I need. I don't need that. I need the proper fight. But I will leave the option open to you on how you want me to fight them. I can fight the easy version, the medium version, or the super hard version. It is entirely up to you. As far as order goes, I'm just going to do them in the order that they happen to show up in. Beyond that, I don't care. Which one did we get? We got the staff mask again. That's not supposed to actually work. Not after you get the item. He is out of order. I'm not supposed to fight him first. Damn it, they scored. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run away until we find the other one to actually demonstrate this. You're still supposed to do them in order, and that's what the Oath Grail said when we looked at the item there. is it showed that the order that we're supposed to do them in, which means the grail mask first, then the gold, then the staff, and then the sword. I'm going to keep doing this until I find the one that's easy, because I really want to be able to show the difference between super hard and super easy. We have a new mask. Which one is this? The grail mask. Ooh, would you look at that? Your strength is. Hit area is now doubled because of the oath grail. I'm lucky that was like one more battle. That was incredibly lucky. I've tried for like 20 minutes to find the right one before. It never works out this way. Anyway, the first one there, nothing particularly special about you. The gold mask is immune to physical. I'll go over these in more detail when we're actually going to fight them, you know, properly in the LP there. But for now, I just want to kind of demonstrate the difference between these two. So yeah, we'll set up ignition and we'll, yeah, kind of ridiculous with the double hit area there. Makes it super easy to do anything we really want. And this one isn't immune to magical effects, so we can use our other characters. Another thing you may want to equip is the willpowers. And I tested this upcoming in a different fight, but I tested it with the crucifix. The crucifix does not protect against SP lowering, just so you know. Let's see, we'll hit you with that, I guess. Would be sad if I miss one of these. Wait, probably going to. Ouch, that's a lot of damage. And there's the perfect. Well, yeah, I guess their stats kind of go down too, eh? Wow, that's kind of broken levels of ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, this is why I'm giving you guys the option. You want to see me curb stomp these guys? I can curb stomp these guys. You want to see me fight the hardest version? I can do that too. That was one round. I think it cuts their HP in half too, because yeah, look at that experience. I gained 2 levels with each of Alice and Zhu Zhen. 60,000 cash, and I don't have a lot of the appropriate items on. In fact, it's probably better for, like, if you're doing this on your own, unless you want the challenge, it would be better off to equip monk earrings and as many brigand earrings as possible for these fights so that you can get as much money as possible and as much experience as possible, because this is about 9 or 10 fights from that area we were just in. It is ridiculous. Not only that, they also give you 5 soul points into each element. This is the other way I plan on maxing out all the elements that are left. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make it back. I'm going to load up my other save file, and we're going to go and we're going to do, yeah, we'll go do the story elements there. In fact, I don't even need to go off screen for that. I can just simply load it up. Actually, no, because I got to go learn Arc again. Anyway, okay, we're back. Now, let's just go over my setup real quick for the upcoming boss fight. There will be an upcoming boss fight eventually. But yeah, we have Demon Earrings, Loin Guard. Basically, we need to boost your attack as much as possible. The Small Jug is a terrible idea for the upcoming fight. Leonardo's Bear to protect against instant death on everybody. Willpower on these two. Yuri doesn't really need it. He's got plenty of SP. Priest Earrings to decrease MP consumption for you. Warlock Earrings to increase your damage. And yeah, best gear we can get. We each have, you know, a new piece of armor and a new weapon, whether it's one we found here or one we bought in the previous shop there. And as far as, where are they? The souls that you have on for Yuri. Any of, you know, these 3 are the ones you basically want throughout as soon as you get them until we get level 3, which I could already go get. I could get the level 3s now, but I don't need to do that. Anyway, I want to build up what's left of the the experience required on them and get them all at the same time. With that said, once we've done everything, they give us the option. Let's move ahead. Ominous looking. I like it. Pretty true indeed. Are they now? Nothingness, huh? Well, that does not sound like a good idea. Ooh. That voice. I love that. He's not bacon anymore. He has this unique kind of relationship that's starting to form with pretty much any of the villains that we deal with. He just has this kind of this atmosphere about him that's rather interesting. Yuri does. Please come up. Before you know it. Yeah, let's go take this guy down. No more items. Let's go straight up here. Confront Albert. Oh? Yeah, no more running away. I think we've powered ourselves up enough. It's the big finale for you. Okay. Same as the Demon Gate invocation. Stole 3 sacred books. First is the Pulse Tract. With it, one commands the earth veins in order to make an ancient god. Dehwai went far with this. He woke up this seraphic radiance, but somehow it remains sealed within Yuri. Next is the Emigrate document. Creates life from nothing and can be used to summon a god of death.
You've taken quite a liking to it.
Both Patrick and Jack failed. They only succeeded in making a soulless puppet. Finally, the Codex of Glory?
The Codex of Ultimate Wisdom?
No, I think you had it right. That's an old reference, but I think it deserved to be here. Tells how to summon the other god. That's the one you're attempting to summon. An omnipotent god from the far reaches of space. Wait, what? This was, fantasy, old school style, and now all of a sudden we're starting to talk about space travel? Is this becoming sci-fi?
Arthur, what if I told you I was from another planet?
Misplaced vengeance, huh? In order to begin anew, we must first wipe the slate clean. Sorry, I'm not gonna let you do that. You're not a god. You may live basically forever, but I have a feeling I can take you down. The world is rotten, so you want to destroy it to remake it. How many JRPG antagonists have done this? The answer is almost all of them. Oh well. Your power alone is enough. Nah, I don't think my power's enough to do that. You can see the future, huh? I think that was one of Koudelka's powers in the previous game. None will escape. The earth will overflow with the screaming of the dead, who know not yet their fate. Countless lives will be snuffed out. That also reminds me of something.
I've felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Yeah, that's the one. Terrible vision is drawing near as we speak. Before hell is upon us, we must begin again. Okay, this guy's completely nuts. Yep, that's what I just said. History decide whether actions are good or bad. For now, we must forge ahead. Witch of Dark Flames. I'm not sure if this other gods thing is a like a Cthulhu mythos reference. It might be. I can't remember if they were called... Were they ancient gods? I can't recall. It's been... Actually, I think it's only been like a year since I, listened to the audiobook for that. I listened to the audiobook for like the whole thing, or I think it was the Necronomicon, all of the ones written by Lovecraft himself. Anyway. Nimato, huh? Well, this place is Neem, and then the Nemeton Ruins, and now Nimato. This seems to have something to do with something. Wait a minute. What float? What do you mean float? Well, yeah, it's most certainly something she did. Oh? The badass character from the previous game is more powerful than the boss of this game. I'm good with that. She can kick his ass and I can go take lunch. Oh. Well, wait a minute. I don't like that idea. Yeah, I definitely don't like that idea. I'm not sure what would happen if you brought Haley. I've never brought Haley to this point in the plot because he's usually the highest level character I have, aside from Yuri at this point. Her power is a little more controlled than Haley's. The music and the sound effects are doing a great job of kind of portraying the mysticism and the strangeness of this whole situation. Now what? Soul contract? Amon? Master of Destruction. You have no choice. Nimato, huh? Think you're the only one with fusion powers. I'm not gonna like where this heads, am I? But anyway, that's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.